Hey, what's up, my Dokus? Jason over you back to more Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. Last time, we made our way over to Companion Cape, where we found out that it's unwise to go to Alchemoth. But because we need the parts in order to get out of here, we're gonna do it anyway. We also found out about side quests and how different they can be. Some of them not a rewarding experience, while others reward plenty of experience. We also found out about ether crystal deposits working here, as we have a pick that we have to use for them, and they can also generate gems, mostly instead of crystals. But I think we still can get ether crystals, but mostly they generate gems. So that'll be our way of gem finding here. And this time, we're gonna go ahead and head off towards Alchemoth because we don't care what people say, we want to do it anyway. On our way there though, we're gonna stop by and take care of something very specific. And that is one of the side quest marks. Like, we need to take care of some of the side quests, or need to take care of something for a side quest, and the side quest actually is like marked right there. None of the other marks here, but we're actually gonna go back to Junks too. You know, let's go ahead and warp back to Junks. We're gonna go back to Junks because if we come up here, we'll find a quiet moment. This is an example of a heart-to-heart in these games. You can examine these and you'll view a heart-to-heart, if you have the specific people that are needed for it. What I'm going to aim to do, because to my knowledge, quiet moments don't require any affinity. There is no affinity chart in this game, and so you do not have to worry about getting your affinity up with party members. What I want to aim for is, as we get further and further in, and it's going to probably start with this episode because we have at least 3 that we can see around here, is that I want to view at least one quiet moment at the end of every episode. And they are actually voiced. They are voiced quiet moments. That's why I think it's made a comparison to Xenoblade 2, is because the heart-to-hearts in Xenoblade 2 were all voice acted. These ones are also voice acted. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to aim for that. We may not get all of them, depending on, you know, as in, like, we may not cover every episode, because, like, we have, oh, what was I saying? Or what was I trying to think of? Like, we may have areas that we've already viewed a quiet moment in, and we can't view it or we couldn't view it at the moment, or we just, like, don't have any to view, because we haven't gone to a new area. So, yeah, that's mainly what I'm gonna be thinking. Anyway, let's go ahead and go around here. We have the plump wild grass. We need to collect 5 of these. As well as we have these cursed, well, 1, we get the quest complete. No experience, but plenty of money. And we have these praying caterpillars that we need to defeat. I still am bothered by the choice that they made for getting the, or starting this with level 60. It just doesn't make any sense. I know they wanted you to work towards, you know, getting a max level, which I'm not gonna go for because I didn't end up going for it in the last, in the main game, because, like, honestly, it's just a bunch of grinding and it's not really worth it in my opinion. I mean, we'll probably get level 99 anyway after we fight the, whatchamacallit, fight the super bosses and whatnot. But, yeah, so, I don't know, I'm just trying, I hate when my brain goes dead, but, like, it's just design choices, man, it's just questionable. I will say one thing, I'm going to actually take something back, and I'm going to praise Xenoblade 3 for this opinion. I actually used to not care for the voice performance in Future Connected, specifically from Melia. And that's honestly just because I thought that first cutscene when, you know, Shulk and Melia are coming up on the Bionic shoulder, the way the animation is to that line, and the way that Jenna Coleman says it, it just didn't sit well with me, and so, like, kind of, I just couldn't really feel like this was her best performance as Melia, which is understandable. At this point, she was it was like maybe 10 years since she had played the character, and so she's gone through Doctor Who and all those other performances of characters to really get back into the swing of things with Melia. But then I kind of changed that opinion when it came to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Because yes, if obviously you couldn't tell from any of the trailers we got for the game, obviously Melia's in the game, and she is returned to be voiced by Jenna Coleman. Also, here's the noble frogs we need to defeat for this quest. But her performance is actually way better with the animation there, and I think I like it a lot more there as well. And honestly, I think that's why. I think it's just that one animation that doesn't make sense to me with how it's animated and how she voices it. I think that's just the one problem, and it kind of made me shun on Jenna Coleman's performance. And so I actually take it back. I do enjoy Jenna's performance for Melia in Future Connected. It's just that specific scene that will always bother me. And of course, the noble frog decides to go away as I'm speaking. Alright, there we go.
Winning just comes natural, I see your strength is the genuine article.
Alright, looks to be another red item warp there. I'm just gonna avoid those because they're probably gonna be like story quests, things that we need to take care of. Or not story side quests, but just regular side quests. Oh wow. Oh wait, this is nighttime, that's right. Nighttime changes things. Sometimes I forget that this is a Xenoblade game. Anyway, go ahead and come up here. Go ahead and talk to Lennar. Ah, you again. I've heard back from Dwindleth and the rest. I'm glad their issues were resolved. While I have your ear, here's something I realized earlier. It's quite possible that the caterpillars gathered to eat the plum grass, and the brogs to eat the caterpillars. Seeing as how you've taken out the caterpillars and brogs, the wild grass might come back sometime soon. We'll have some food shortages to grapple with until then, but that is my problem. Lucky for everyone then, that you've won me some breathing room here, eh? Thank you for your help. We're all in your debt. Ah, sorry for looking down my nose at you all. That wasn't exactly gracious. Alright, we get 30,000 experience. Doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and change the time. I'm actually going to look at these side quests here at night. So first off, we have Tiliana.
Hey.
Have you come here across Navarre Highland? Then you must have met those ether-based organisms along the way. I speak of the common monsters composed entirely of ether. These ether organisms have appeared all across Navarre Highland recently, and in large numbers too. There must be at least 2 points they're spawning from, as their exact properties differ based on location. Anyway, I'm concerned. When these organisms gather, they create a strong ether field that attracts other monsters. If you haven't seen them spawn yourself, it's possible there is some prerequisite to it happening that we're not aware of. If you notice a flock of these organisms in your travels, I'd like you to ask you to eliminate them with all haste. Alright, we have Ether Font. We have to exterminate the wind elementals and the water elementals. Thank you very much. Actually, it's my little brother who told me all about this. He vowed to take matters into his own hands if the situation did not improve on its own. But, as his sister, I'd prefer that he'd not put himself in harm's way. I'm sorry to trouble you all, but I hope you understand this is for the common good. Fortune be with you. Alright, we'll go ahead and take that, and then let's go ahead and see what this side quest is all about. Hummelin. Yes. I know it is no business of mine to be asking outsiders. Would you consider assisting us with a hunt? Some of our people have sustained injuries while out on the last one, leaving us somewhat short-staffed. Go down from here in the direction of the lake, and you'll arrive at Navarre Highland. There you should find some Machna elks. We were able to lure them out with bait not long ago. Would it trouble you to defeat them and collect some elk iron hearts for us? Once you've finished, be sure to lay some bait to the west of Navarro Highland. They won't congregate if we can't coax them out. Our hunters could do with the assistance. Elks are quite partial to rainbow carrots. It would spare us a great deal of effort if you were to find some for us. Alright, we have hunting help. We have to defeat some magna elks and collect 4 elk iron hearts. Excuse me. I hope it's not too much trouble to ask all this of you, but we'd greatly appreciate it if you could find the time. Alright, that takes care of picking up some side quests here. Just go ahead and change the time back to day. And we'll head back over to the junks. Alright, so we have 2 things we can take care of here. We have hunting help, and we have ether font. I think ether font's going to take some time because we actually have to find where these elemental monsters are, and or elemental nebulas, because they're actually nebulas, is what she's referring to, but we don't exactly know where they are. Oh, except for, there's one right here, an aqua nebula. Let's go ahead and just take it down. And of course we can't lure him at all. Alright, that takes care of the first one. We're just gonna have to keep looking for those and fight them on our way. However, it doesn't look like any of the other enemies we need to look for are around. I wonder if it's because it needs to be nighttime. Nope. I don't think we're on the wrong side. Yeah, I don't see them whatsoever. Okay, there's another aqua nebula. Let me go ahead and take it down, because... Wow, just barely defeated it and saved my life.
If friends need rest, treatment of Kino is second to none.
Alright, there's another aqua nebula here. I'm gonna go ahead and just knock it out so we have all 3 water elementals that we need. Alright, that takes care of that, so now we just have to be on the lookout for the wind elements. As for the elks, I have no idea where they are right at the moment. I mean, I know I could use the quest tracker, but I feel like they're a little farther than what he was talking about. Because I feel like I would have seen them too, because I've gone to every inch that is lower towards the highlands, and they're not there. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for them. But here we are at Cragmaw Caverns. Before friends pass here, please to hear story. I sense an ordeal in our immediate future. Meh, gratitude for stopping in tracks. What is matter? Matter is a bit complicated, to be frank. If we can help, we would like to do so. Meh. Although we're pretty much only just arrived here, so if it's directions you need, we may not be the ones to ask. Issue is not about where to go. Actually, it's about tracking down friends. They got lost? They not lost. They scattered to designated locations to perform orderly land survey. What point of that? Measuring relative and absolute elevation of terrain, plot distance, and other such. Oh no, completely forgot to do a mandatory self-intro. Qualified, certified, satisfaction guaranteed-ified. Inspector Tento is name. Surveying new lands is game. Pleasure to meet you, Tento. I'm Shulk, and these are Melia, Nene, and Kino. Pleasure all belonging to Tento. My curiosity is a little piqued. Might I ask what a prospector is? Question is extremely well timed. Prospectors is name of the elite unit of Napon surveyors, and Tentu is one. Napon from Frontier Village surely hear prospector name since in tone of reverence at least once or twice. Sistapon? Have any clue? Any guess Datapon might know. Things worse than Tento thought. Long period of suspended activity was disastrous for brand recognition. Meh, no. Tribulation is only opportunity in full body costume. Go on, Tentu. Have to put best foot forward. Tentu and other prospectors actually come to Biona's shoulder to conduct full and complete survey. But Chief One, who is brigade leader, forget to inform of rendezvous point. Though thought Tentu finished on assignment, looks like up creek without paddle, except all prospectors in same boat. Tentu thinks should probably go look for teammates, but with monsters carpeting land, probably even veteran prospector like Tentu have hard time. Apart from yourself, how many members does your team number? Nice around 11. 11? I see. This is a vast land, so searching by yourself certainly seems dangerous. Do you know where your colleagues might have gone? I tend to have couple thinking lanes. 2 prospectors can probably find. Then maybe they have clues for other whereabouts. Alrighty, then we go and search for first 2. Now wait single minute, Kino. Still plenty of important business we attending to. Tend to not get underfoot, promise. Friends look strong, so thought maybe we can go with? That way if sea prospectors somewhere along travel path can help out each other. Is good plan or what? What do you think, Melia? Do you really need to ask Shulk? We help you for prospective friends. Should really be Miss Melly say that. Really? Oh boy! Tear ducts of Tento wheeling with joy. Thank you, friends. Can you tell us to the best of your knowledge where you would expect your colleagues to be? One was in charge of area between crossroads on way to Companion's Cape, all the way up to Netheris Necropolis. That one is bit of coward, so tend to not sure he do survey job properly. Other one was assigned to area past Cragmaw Caverns, stretching from lake on lefty side up to Pillar Knoll. Might be having case of screaming abdabs at unexpected circumstances, so Tento would like to put mind at ease. And lest friends think Tento is some kind of freeloader, let's reassure, when push comes to shove, Tento shoves. I feel better already. Thank you, Tento. But of course, Tentu most grateful too. Alright, we have blue team Tento. We have to find 11 of these guys. Alright, assembling prospectors. Prospector assembled special attacks. The prospectors are an elite band of survivors from Frontier Village, split between red, blue, and yellow teams. If you can befriend members from all 3 teams, Shulk and his friends will gain access to a new kind of special attack, so try to seek them out wherever possible. The full Prospector Brigade numbers 12 members. When you recruit one, they may tip you off to the location of others. Locations you've heard of are marked on the map with a flag. Prospectors on the Biana shoulders have issues they struggle with. Resolve those issues for them to gain their help in your quest. In the collectibles section of the main menu, you can access the Prospector Report to learn more about the prospectors you have befriended up until that point. Alright, well, we got a new friend. If we look at the Prospector Report, we have Tento, And looks like we have three others, or yeah, three others labeled.
We measure, find treasure, hunt specters till we die.
Alrighty then. Tento knew he forgot something. Meat spot. Chief forget to tell us again. No, total mayhem. Except Tento is equally to blame for forget. Alright. So, I guess we should go searching for at least one of the friends before we head off any further. Just because he's already, you know, here. Wait a minute. The Wind Nebula! I'm going to take you down!
Witness true power of hero born in training. I expect
Prospector's assistance. In battles against enemies, prospectors can jump in to help Shulk and his friends in their own initiative. Each prospector has a signature move, healing the party, debuffing the enemies, and so on. Red team have an offensive signature move, blue team mostly have a healing signature move, but not all of them. The yellow team have a debuffing signature move. If you perform well in battle, start affinity, burst affinity, etc., by pressing B at the right time, the prospectors may enter a state of high tension. Prospectors in a state of state of high tension will join in the battle with all their strength and with no slacking off. High tension will wear off with time, returning to the usual state. Alright. So I guess this does mean that, you know, he will join in to the fray, which, you know, will be good for us. However, he's one of the blue team, so he's got healing. Sometimes he has healing attributes. So we're gonna need to find some some of the red ones if you want to have an attack group. Alright, there we go. Oh, here's one of the Machna Elks. They're not at all over where I thought they were, you know, said to be. Well, that didn't go so well. We're gonna actually just go ahead and skip out on those for a little bit just to talk to Tay-Tay. Qualified, certified, only mildly certified. Prospector Tay-Tay is a name in surveying new lands' game. But really, none of that matters right now. Tay-Tay is smack dab in the middle of a cataclysmic struggle of life and death. That doesn't sound good. Tay-Tay was secret surveying, careful to hide from watchful monster's eye, but then made worst mistake of life. At end of prospection, let little victory cheer slip out. And then monsters spotted Tay-Tay. Monsters poisoned to lunge for soft, succulent body of Tay-Tay. Thanks to quick escape legs, Tay-Tay able to hoof a fit all the way here. But then, grim realization dawned of Tay-Tay. Somehow Tay-Tay lose more precious than life protective charm. Tay-Tay think possibly could have dropped at Netheris Necropolis, just upslope here. Oh, please help Tay-Tay to find. Dear friends, Tay-Tay is begging you. Alright, we have Tay-Tay lacking charm. Alright, we have to look for his thing, so we'll go find that. I think we're gonna wait on that, though. I just wanted to pick up the quest, and we do have some monsters we need to fight. But I think we're gonna save that for next time. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, we're gonna go up this slope and see if we can find his charm, as well as take care of any of the other side quests we were able to get, since now we have the ability to do so. And also, just in typical fashion, the way this is gonna work is after I say the outro and whatnot, then we are going to view a quiet moment if we are able to. So, I guess thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, troops out a ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly if you have not already. And I will see you guys all later. And here, I guess I should have actually talked to it, or I guess interacted with it, because it actually came up as referring to what quiet moments are. You investigate one of these icons to view the corresponding quiet moment. If you don't already meet the conditions for viewing a given scene, feel free to come back to it when you do. Any quiet moment you've investigated will be added to a list found under Quiet Moments in the main menu's Collectibles section. You can also use it to check the conditions for viewing each event. Okay, so I think that these quiet moments are also locked behind story progress, not so much about affinity. It's more about the progress you make in the story than anything else. So I'm going to see if we can view any of these, and if not, then the episode's just going to end. So if it does, great. If not, see you guys later.
These flowers, don't they smell heavenly?
Miss Melia is big fan of flowers?
Yes, because of my mother. When I was young, she often asked for my help with the villa's flower beds. How about you, Nene?
Nene also loves flowers very much.
I see. Then we have something in common. Before, when I spoke of them to a Homs friend, she said flowers are nice, but nothing beats a warm dinner. I got no understanding from her. Finally, fate sent me someone I can communicate with.
What Miss Melia say about dinner?
Oh, just talking to myself. The dinner part wasn't really relevant.
But Nene big fan of dinner too. Most of all, pollen orbs from factory in Frontier Village. They so very soft and so yummy scrummy.
Look, that's not... Hold on.
Meme?
When you said you love flowers, did you mean as a foodstuff?
Meh? There is meaning other than?
Ugh, I should have known. You're one of them. Nene, listen. Flowers are not simply special because they can be eaten. We can admire their beauty, or use them to create ornaments and works of art. And that is a great part of their charm.
Ornaments. Meme? Oh yes, Nene remember. Long ago, Dedapon make Mamapon flower crown for giver's gift.
Ricky did that. That Nopon has hidden depths. In any case, I would like it if you also had an interest in inedible flowers. If you did, then you too, just like your mother in her own day, may know the joy she felt.
Okay, the next time Nene find flowers that cannot eat, Nene will make pretty flower crown for Miss Melia.
Huh?
To eyes and Nene, Miss Melia look most bestest in blue. What think?
While I appreciate the offer greatly, weren't you originally of the regarding flowers as food persuasion?
Meh? If you make pollen orbs from not eatable flowers, they bitter and not tasty.
Yes, a fair point. It is just as you say. So Nopon see different but equal value in flowers depending on whether they're edible. Maybe it was foolish in the first place to try and choose only one while discounting the other. Well then, I will humbly accept the sign of your affection.
Nene, roger that.
And yet, why do it for me? Won't Kino and Shulk feel left out?
There is very good reason. Nene just want to see smiling face of Miss Melia, bright as sun rays.
Oh my.
Meme? Something wrong? Nene, not say anything weird.
No, not at all. It was just how sincerely you said it. I should take a leaf out of your book.
Meh?
Precious Nene, I look forward to the gift.
Nene pull out all stops.
Although, I would feel a bit awkward were I the only one to wear one. Why don't we make them together and exchange them afterwards?
Meme? That sound wonder marvelicious. Is deal. No, in fact, is unbreakable promise.
Yes, naturally.